Hey, listen, Scottish Dream Team David Tennant and Robert Carlyle have paired up for a new true crime series detailing the phone hacking scandal that dominated headlines in the UK 2 decades ago. It is a big, bold series that's an absolutely terrific watch, and I had the pleasure of speaking with Robert to hear all about his wonderful work in Train Spotting and The Full Monty, and now, The Hack.
Nick, you only scratched the surface. We have to meet.
Hacking phones at the News of the World has been endemic.
Endemic.
Mr. Carlyle, it is great to see you there, sir. How are you doing?
I'm doing very well, thank you.
This is quite the show. I mean, we all remember the details. For those who don't, if there are any youngsters watching us, set the scene, if you would, sir, please.
Well, this is essentially two stories. One of Nick Davies, who was the Guardian investigative journalist, and his investigations into phone hacking, corruption and illegal gathering of information at the News of the World newspaper in the 90s. The other story is Detective Chief Superintendent Dave Cook of the Metropolitan Police and his investigations into the murder of a private investigator called Daniel Morgan in the 80s. These two, like, seemingly, unlinked events come together in this 7-part piece.
I'm here tonight to reinvestigate the Daniel Morgan case.
No officer wants to find the people who killed your son more than this man.
It's very clever, the way these stories are combined, isn't it? It must have been a joy to make and fabulous to see the finished product.
It was. I mean, it's wonderfully put together by Jack Thorne, who wrote Adolescence, that people may have watched recently. Working
with so many great fellow actors like Toby and David Tennant must bring out the best when you know you're working with formidable talents.
You got to be on your toes, that's for sure. Yeah, I'm a big fan of David for many years. Funnily enough, most people think, well, you're both from Glasgow, you both went to the same drama school, you must know each other. But in fact, we'd never met. But it was an absolute pleasure to work with David.
I think we all remember where we were when the News of the World, wrapped up. I was at a Harry Potter red carpet in Trafalgar Square when Becky Anderson from CNN, who was standing next to me, said, "Oh my God, they've closed the News of the World." That incident really did shake the world up, didn't it?
It certainly did. I mean, there had been investigations going on into the phone hacking scandal for quite a few years. Previously, when it was the celebrities that were getting in the neck, the kind of public perception was, well, who cares? But suddenly, when there was an innocent child that was involved, then the whole thing blew up.
They've been watching the house. They followed me and my children.
The Murdochs agreed to pay more than £1 million.
You feel that you may have been hacked as well?
No, I can't say for certain whether this is true, but there was a couple of things that was happening, more than a couple. And this is the 90s, remember. Back then I was involved in projects like Train Spotting, Full Monty, and I was like newsworthy, I guess. And it was only much later. I mean, he didn't even know what the expression being hacked was back then. There was no way that it was in my mind. But it was several years later that I would then look back and thinking, that's probably what was happening to me. Man, there's no doubt that's what was happening to me.
One again was mine.
You mentioned two of your wonderful previous exploits, The Full Monty and Train Spotting, which was, I guess, the role that catapulted you to fame and glory. You must be very proud and happy of the choices that you've made and the work you've been doing.
So, honestly, those two in particular, of course, people sometimes ask me, they said, "Do you never get bored about talking about these things?" I said, well, of course not. Been lucky enough to be involved in two projects which mean so much to so many people all these years later. I'm a lucky man.
Thank you for the work and congratulations on the show. It's terrific.
It's a pleasure. Thank you very much, Richard.
This is a farce. Nothing to do with truth, nothing to do with justice.
I can't give this up. It's too important.
It's a story literally ripped from the front pages, isn't it? The Stan original series, The Hack, is streaming now only on Stan. Well worth a look.
Yeah, it looks brilliant.
It does.
Thank you, Diggy.